This is a masterclass for which most are unprepared. If you're watching this in 2026, you're standing on the cusp of the biggest shift in human productivity since the Industrial Revolution. For decades, a company's strength was measured by its number of employees. We were told that more employees meant more power, more sales, and more success. But in the next few minutes, I'll show you why that mindset is now its greatest weakness. The traditional sales model is slowly dying, and at a high cost. In today's fast-paced digital economy, relying on human effort for the early stages of business growth is a financial trap. A human being, no matter how talented, has limits. They get tired, lose focus, and can only handle a limited number of potential customers at once. Meanwhile, the world's most profitable companies have moved toward a quiet, invisible, and incredibly powerful alternative, AI with agents. We're no longer in the era of simple automation. We've entered the era of autonomous intelligence. An AI agent isn't a chatbot waiting for you to ask a question. It's an entity that thinks, researches, and acts on your behalf. Imagine having a sales team that doesn't just send emails, but understands the psychological factors influencing each potential customer it contacts. Imagine a system that operates seamlessly, without complaints, and at a cost 99% lower than any human team you could hire. In this comprehensive analysis, we'll explore the architecture of these autonomous systems. We won't be covering basic tutorials or superficial tips. We'll be analyzing the high-level strategy and technical logic behind building a multi-million-dollar sales machine using only digital intelligence. Whether you're a startup founder looking to scale or an established entrepreneur seeking to optimize your time, this guide is for you. We're moving from the era of individual effort to the era of systems. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how leading companies are using AI to dominate their markets without increasing their labor costs. Let's analyze the future of business. To build a machine that can truly think for your business, you must understand the two fundamental layers of modern AI architecture, the cognitive layer and the action layer. Most entrepreneurs make the mistake of thinking ChatGPT is the end of the road. In reality, it is only the beginning. The cognitive layer is the brain of your operation. It is powered by large language models like GPT-4o and Claude 3.5. These models provide the raw reasoning power required to analyze complex markets, understand customer pain points, and generate high-level business strategy. But a brain is useless if it cannot interact with the world. This brings us to the action layer. This is the central nervous system that connects your AI's intelligence to your business tools. In 2026, we have moved beyond simple if this, then that triggers. We are now using sophisticated agent orchestrators. These are digital environments where an AI can actually see your business data and take real-world actions. Your AI agent can now navigate your CRM, analyze your project management boards, and even manage your communications without you ever touching a keyboard. The true technical secret lies in the integration of these layers. When you connect a high-level reasoning model to a robust action framework, you create an entity that can make decisions. It can decide which lead is worth pursuing. It can decide which tone of voice is most likely to convert a specific CEO. It can decide when to follow up and when to pull back. This level of autonomy is what separates a simple tool from a digital employee. As an entrepreneur, your new job is not to do the work, but to design the logic. You are becoming a workflow engineer. You are responsible for defining the parameters, setting the goals, and letting the digital agents execute the mission. This shift in perspective is what allows a single person to manage a multi-million-dollar operation. In the next section, we will discuss how to feed this machine the one thing it craves most, high-quality, real-time data intelligence. Because in the world of AI, data is the new oil, and the way you refine it will determine your success. Intelligence without data is like a high-performance engine without fuel. In the third stage of building your autonomous sales force, we focus on data intelligence. The old way of selling involved buying massive, static lists of names and emails. You would blast the same message to thousands of people and hope for a 1% response rate. In 2026, that is considered digital spam and it will destroy your brand's reputation. Modern AI agents thrive on context. They don't just want an email address, they want a complete digital profile. They look for buying signals. A buying signal could be a company receiving a new round of funding, a specific executive changing jobs, or even a subtle shift in the technology stack a competitor is using. The most advanced systems today are using AI to scrape the web in real time, synthesizing thousands of articles, social media posts, and financial reports to find the perfect moment to strike. This leads us to hyperpersonalization. This is the holy grail of sales. When an AI agent contacts a prospect, it doesn't use a template. It uses the data it gathered to write a message that is so specific, it feels personal. It might reference a specific challenge the prospect mentioned in a recent interview or offer a solution to a problem the company is currently facing according to their latest quarterly results. This isn't just about being polite, it's about being relevant. Relevance is the only thing that cuts through the noise in 2026. Technically, this is achieved through a process called prompt chaining combined with real-time vector databases. Your agent retrieves the data, processes it through its cognitive layer, and then chains several reasoning steps together to ensure the final output is aligned with your brand voice. The result is a level of outreach that scales infinitely but feels deeply human. By mastering this layer of the stack, you ensure that every interaction your business has is high value, high impact, and highly profitable. You are no longer chasing the market, you are anticipating it. Let's talk about the economic reality of the world we are living in. Why is this transition to AI-driven sales inevitable? It's a matter of simple mathematics. In a traditional business model, growth is expensive. If you want to double your revenue, you usually have to double your expenses. You need more managers, more sales reps, more office space, and more software licenses. This creates a ceiling on your profit margins and increases your operational risk. Every new hire is a gamble. With an autonomous sales force, the economics change completely. Your growth curve becomes exponential while your cost curve remains almost flat. An AI agent costs a fraction of a human salary, never asks for a raise, and works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't get sick, it doesn't have bad days, and its performance actually improves over time as it gathers more data. When you lower your cost of acquisition by 90%, you don't just save money, you change the game. This massive reduction in overhead gives you an unfair advantage. You can afford to be more patient. You can afford to experiment with new markets that were previously too expensive to enter. You can reinvest those saved thousands into building a superior product or creating a world-class brand identity. This is how small, lean teams are now able to outcompete massive corporations. The giants are slow and weighed down by legacy costs. You, as a digital architect, are light, fast, and incredibly efficient. Furthermore, we must consider speed to lead. In the digital age, attention is the most scarce resource. If a potential client expresses interest, their window of focus is incredibly small. A human sales rep might take hours to respond. An AI agent responds in seconds. This immediate gratification is often the difference between a closed deal and a lost opportunity. By automating the response and qualification process, you are capturing revenue that your competitors are literally letting slip through their fingers. The economics are clear: adapt or be outspent by those who have. In concluding this comprehensive analysis, it's important to understand that tools are just the beginning. The true value lies in your vision. We are moving toward a world where manual labor is being replaced by logic. The most successful entrepreneurs of the next decade will not be those who work the hardest, but those who design the best systems. You are no longer a people manager, you are an architect of intelligence. The transition to a fully autonomous business model may seem overwhelming, but it starts with a single step. You don't need to automate your entire company overnight. Start with a workflow. Identify the most repetitive and time-consuming task in your sales process and delegate it to a digital agent. Once you experience the freedom of having a system that generates value without your constant supervision, your business perspective will be forever changed. The future of 2026 is promising for those who are willing to learn and adapt. We are witnessing the rise of a new class of sovereign entrepreneurs, individuals who control vast digital empires from anywhere in the world, without employees and with complete freedom to manage their time. This is the promise of the technology we've discussed today. It's not about replacing humans, but about freeing them from routine tasks so they can focus on what truly matters: creativity, strategy, and connection. I encourage you not only to watch this video, but to act on it. Research the tools, understand the logic, and start building your own system. The barrier to entry is zero, and the wealth creation potential is limitless. Thank you for joining me for this masterclass. Your time is your most valuable asset, and by investing it in learning these systems, you're already ahead of 99% of the population. If you found this content helpful, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Our mission is to provide the keys to the digital elite. Stay tuned for the next video, coming very soon. It's time to stop working for your business and start making your business work for you. See you soon.